Good morning all, CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Wednesday morning, November 29th. We are looking at window traders market profile of the ES and NQ, and the market is attempting, at least in the S&P, to come out of balance back to the upside, maybe on another gap. Now again, there's 70 minutes to go prior to the opening, so a lot can happen. But for now, after spending a good part, or the entire overnight, basically above value, and putting in some nice wide TPO here at 69.75, the market is attempting to trade above their 4-day balance. Now, NQ, not there yet. Remember, they had some pretty good excess last Wednesday. Right now, as you can see, pre-market, they're eating away at it. Doesn't mean anything in the pre-market. We got to do it in the regular trading hours. Okay, unless we go and make a new high in the pre-market, which I would certainly note if the overnight or the pre-market high for the year is in that in the overnight. I will make note of that. Again, everybody's saying the market can't go higher. It's tight. It's going to roll over. I said in yesterday's video what each side is possibly saying. The bulls are saying, are we resting here and get going again? Maybe that's the case. I don't know yet. It's still early. Just like yesterday, 2 days in a row we gapped lower. Well, the bear's going to try to go get last week's low. I said I wouldn't mind that. They didn't do that. So again, you take it on a day-by-day basis, and the profile is a great example of helping you through the intraday. And the charts don't lie. Okay, I know a lot of people use Bollinger Bands and RSI and every other metric out there, but again, the charts are going to pretty much tell you what's going on also in the bigger picture, just like the profile does on an intraday basis. Righty also. Now, they're balanced. They're not even close to their balance size. Some people will use this, right? They'll use this balance here and say if we take out this day's high, we're up. You can do that. I think more importantly, righty needs to take out last Wednesday's high. Okay, I would probably use that on a daily. But again, it's all subjective. As far as the game plan this morning, well, it depends how large the gap's going to be to see if it's worth a long. Again, ES has not filled that gap up at 91, I believe, or 91 and a quarter. That's going to be a major target, right? Last week's high, yeah, that's nice to take out, but we're already up 5 weeks in a row, one time framing. So it's not like sellers are going to defend that or buyers need to get that. So for me, the important one is filling that gap finally at 45.91, I believe. And then, of course, trading higher to attempt to get the yearly high. Again, as far as the game plan, I don't care if the gap fills. I want value high to stay, right? Because remember, we had nothing to lean on yesterday. Nothing. We had an 8-wide pop. That's it. So I don't mind if the gap fills. I'd still be looking for a long. You certainly don't want any acceptance back inside of value from yesterday, right? Then whatever the bulls do early today would be giving it up, okay? So I would look for a long, but I would see closer to the gap fill. If they are going to push, the higher they go, the less I'm going to look for a long. I didn't trade an A and B period yesterday and still had an excellent day. So again, patience is a virtue too, right? The gap and go crowd. Now, for the most part, they got stung this year. However, we had 3 large gaps that opened up and kept going. So they were right on those gaps. So we'll see if that's going to continue, if the market is picking up some stronger participants. As far as a short, I really don't see one here. I mean, can you short it against the gap fill initially? Possibly. Can you short against 4,600 the first time? Possibly, but again, those would be just for quick reactions to push right off those to the downside. Okay, again, in the room, you're getting this up to the date all trading day. So as far as the charts go, so here's the weekly, one time framing up for 5 weeks, including this week. Right, our all-time high occurred on the week of July 24th. So we're $2 from it. So just like NQ has gotten theirs, again, I'm not surprised if we get ours. And again, do not discount the all-time high from January 3rd of 2022 if we get this. Right? It's only $20 away. So, but first things first, let's get a new yearly high. The daily, now even though we haven't pulled back enough where I would like it, we have had pauses, right? You went bull tremendously and then paused to a balance. Then you went bull on a huge gap, then paused for balance. Then we went bull again, paused for balance. And now we're trying to go bull again. So on the weekly, yes, the weekly, maybe stretched out a bit, and I would have liked to have seen it come in. We'll see how that rectifies itself. But the daily has had rest periods. Keep that in mind. We'd like to see volume pick up if we do attempt to come out of this 4-day balance to the upside. Good luck trading today. Thanks for the likes and subscribing to this channel, and we'll recap at 4 p.m.